welcome to our 3-minute Bible story. After this one, why not try another one? And remember to subscribe so that you can see them all. Today, Jesus meets the high priests. We come to the week of Jesus' crucifixion. Jesus is arrested in the Garden of Gethsemane on the Mount of Olives just outside Jerusalem, and he's brought before Annas, a former chief priest and father-in-law of the current one. We can drop straight into their conversation. "I have spoken openly to the world," Jesus replied. "I always taught in synagogues or at the temple where all the Jews come together. I said nothing in secret. Why question me? Ask those who heard me. Surely they know what I said." There's no evidence against Jesus. More than that, Jesus asked for witnesses to be brought in as his teaching has been public. He's not been having clandestine meetings, planning a revolt or an attack on anyone. Jesus has healed people, fed people, taught people to come back to God. It's going to be pretty difficult for the corrupt religious leaders to get rid of him who only speaks truth. And so Annas sends Jesus to the current high priest, Caiaphas. Caiaphas does bring witnesses against Jesus. False witnesses. In the face of false witnesses, what can Jesus say? There's no answer to those who lie other than the truth, and it's clearly known. The strongest accusations against Jesus are for blasphemy, that Jesus claims divinity. You can feel the face of Caiaphas turning red and steam beginning to blow out of his ears as his volume increases. "Tell us if you are the Messiah." Jesus answers this question, "You have said so." And then Jesus returns to his often used self-reference as the Son of Man, referencing the prophet Daniel, who describes God's champion coming on the clouds of heaven. Jesus makes it very clear that yes, he is the Messiah. All the evidence is there in his life and public ministry to prove it. But it was too much for those who had religious power and yet were not truly people of God. This kind of meeting continues today. Jesus is put on trial by each and every one of us. Every person has to make up their own mind about the person Jesus. The evidence is there to be seen. We must not be convinced by the lies that self is the most important. We must know the truth. Here's what Jesus said about the truth. To the Jews who had believed him, Jesus said, "If you hold to my teaching, you are really my disciples. Then you will know the truth, and the truth will set you free." You can find the story of the high priests in your Bibles, John chapter 18.